My first time trying pico de gallo was at a little Spanish restaurant right next to my job a few years ago, and I just had to try to get this recipe, especially marrying a Hispanic. My husband is Puerto Rican and Cuban, and so you know a lot of Spanish recipes are in this household, you guys. So this is one of my favorites because pico de gallo, if it's made right, then you know that empanada is going to be delicious as well. And that's how you can tell if an empanada is really good, if they have delicious pico de gallo in there and not just ground beef. So let's get to this recipe. So first thing we did was chop up some potatoes, you guys, because in pico de gallo you do put potatoes in there and you want to finely chop them. I know some like them very small and some like them chunks. So you're just gonna make them to the best of your liking. I was told that the very small ones sometimes get mushy in the pico de gallo, so that's why they don't like to put it in there that small. But this is the size that I chose. You be the judge, but I think you only need like two potatoes. Now olives, I am not a fan of olives, especially black olives, but for some reason the olives is the highlight in this recipe. I don't know how to explain it, but olives are delicious. We do chop them up pretty small and I put a little tiny bit of olive juice, but these chunks, as I noticed as I went along, these chunks was bigger than normal. But yeah, you can chop them up very small so you can't really taste them. But from what I know from my friends that tried it, they was like, yo, these are the best olives I ever tried. So olives is another option that is added in the recipe. If you don't like the olives, just add a little bit of the juice. And then we chopped up and diced some onions as well. After we got the olives and the onions chopped up, it was time to add some olive oil in the pan. And then we're going to add those potatoes because we want to brown them and cook them down some. You don't want no hard potatoes in your pico de gallo, so it's best to start on the potatoes first. So what I did, I put the potatoes in the olive oil, seasoned it up with some salt and pepper and some Italian seasoning as well, and some adobo, and got a little bit of all-purpose seasoning in there just to add the flavor of the potatoes because you don't want nothing bland. All it's about on here is flavor. Okay, so I'm going to follow this recipe as best as I know how, but I know everyone has their own ways of making pico de gallo. I looked online, I see the Mexicans have their own ways, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans. So this is a recipe I think even like some Africans make something similar to this as well as Haitians. Okay, so this is my recipe from a Puerto Rican version that I tried years ago, and I love the way this came out. So you are going to put 2 heaping spoons of minced garlic. You can chop up your garlic yourself, or you can just buy it already in a jar. Don't make life hard, make it easy. So you're gonna cook that down with the onions, also with the potatoes. Now I did save some of the onions. You can put it all in there at once, or you can cook it all together, but you just want to cook everything down, right? So I was adding the ground beef in here, and I was like, you know what? Let me take these potatoes out because I want to make sure that everything cooks properly. So I did quickly remove the potatoes out so I can cook the ground beef because I didn't want to overcook and soft and mushy the potatoes. So we're going to add it back. So don't worry about no cross contamination or nothing. The potatoes will be added back and cooked, okay? So they're in a safe spot. So we're going to add some sazon because you got to add that flavor and that chicken flavor as well. You add that over chicken bouillon, any type of chicken flavor. You're going to add that to the package as well. I'm sorry, not chicken, beef. That was beef flavor. You see, mine was a little chunk. I don't know what happened to that pack, but that one's a little chunky, so I had to add another pack in there, which is so weird, y'all. You got to watch what you buy nowadays because I feel like, I don't know, the grocery stores be keeping stuff in stock because that's brand new. So I don't know why it looked like that, but it's okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to be safe. I'm recording this video so you know that we safe, all right? But yes, you're going to add some beef bouillon, not chicken, because we're messing with beef right now. So after you drain the beef and the onions, you're going to add it back to the pot and get it all mixed up, and then we're going to add those olives. See, I don't know why I didn't chop them small enough, but hey, everything was so still delicious, okay? But you can chop them a lot smaller than that. And we added those potatoes back also. As y'all can see, it's already looking so delicious, okay? And then you're going to add some sofrito, the tomato sofrito. I did 2 heaping spoons of that as well. After you add the sofrito, you're going to add the tomato paste. Now, you don't have to use a whole can. I don't like my pico de gallo dry, so I use the whole can because I like mine a little saucy. Like I like it with a little drip. Not too saucy like spaghetti, but something like this texture of what you're seeing. So as you can see, we mix it up and then we added some more, some black pepper, some onion powder, some, I'm sorry, garlic powder, and then you're gonna also add in some adobo and a pinch of salt also. It's already packed with so much flavor. I'm gonna put all the ingredients in the comments because I know I don't miss something going over this video. But this is what I added in the pico de gallo. As y'all can see, I added another pack of that sazon after I got everything cooked and mixed back up, just to make sure that everything was in there. And look how delicious this look, y'all. And it doesn't take long at all to make pico de gallo. And you put on top of a bowl of white rice. Y'all, this recipe is so delicious. It's packed with so much flavor. And like I said, it goes on top of rice or it goes inside your empanadas. Follow your girl if you're on your chef ish.